Hey there everyone, it's MisterStubstep, and today I have a slightly different video. This is a secret project that I've kind of been working on for the past 6 to 8 months, and my goal was to collect every single basic energy, grass energy card, like any variant of grass energy that there was. That was my goal on the English side. So basically what I have here is a stack of a bunch of different types of grass energy. And what I want to do with this video, I am going to release a master set grass energy video in the future, but for this video I just wanted to rank all of the basic energies, the reverse holo energies, as well as the secret rare energies. And I'm just curious at what people's opinions are, what they think are the best ones. I'm going to go through my ranking, and then please we can compare and contrast down in the comments or however you want to do it. I thought this would be kind of a fun video. I didn't start playing the TCG until the Sword and Shield era, but I was collecting from base set to the EX era, and then I stopped, and then I came back around Evolutions, and then I stopped again, and then I came back Cosmic Eclipse time. So I've been collecting ever since Cosmic Eclipse. But I thought this would be kind of a cool endeavor, and now that I have all of them in my hand with the final secret rare from Paldea Evolved, these two being released, I guess this one will eventually have a reverse holo. So it's complete as of the date that I'm filming this, but of course it'll be ever expanding into the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this stack. I'm going to pull all the generational variants of the regular basic energies, specifically grass type, and then we'll rank those together, and then I'll do the reverses, and then I'll do the secret rares. So let's get right into it. All right, so starting out with the non-holo basic energies, I am going to be going over the tier list. So of course we have the S as in Supreme for all those hype beasts out there. We have A for Apple. We have B for Baritone. We have C for Meow. We have D for Diagonale. And then we have F's in the chat. So hopefully we don't have any F energies. I'm not sure if there'll be any S energies. But of course, I know you can do this fancy online, but I have all the physical cards and I got some extra grass energy, so why not? Maybe it'll be difficult to see. We have, of course, the first energy to be released, this basic energy. It is a classic. Of course, I have the first edition and then a bunch of different variants of it. But overall, really clean energy. I've always liked it, like when people use it in the game and everything like that. When I see it, I'm like, hey, that's old school. I like that. But honestly, the design itself is kind of uninspiring, so I'm actually going to put this in the B tier. That might be controversial, but I know it's the first energy, but it's just, I don't know. It's not, the design isn't that inspiring. Next up, we have the E series era with Generation 2. We've got Expedition and then, yeah, some other variants, whatever. That Versus one is pretty cool. It's technically Japanese, but for some reason TCG Player had it on there, and I was like, okay, why not? But yeah, Expedition. So this one's tough. I do like these. They got the thick borders, so it's not like perfectly symmetrical, but then with that L and then the centering and everything like that, it just works well. And I do appreciate this, so I'm actually going to put this in the B tier as well. And I will be ranking these, so left is the best, and then moving on to the right. So I actually think that one's better than the original base set. Now we're getting into these ones. We have the EX Ruby and Sapphire, which this one, if you compare it to the original and this, it's almost the same. The borders and the top are like slightly different. I do like chunky energy. Like it reminds me of some thick eyebrows, but I don't know, this one, it honestly is a downgrade to me. Like obviously having the E in the bottom, because this is when they were still printing, you know, it was still during like that merge. Like this one is like unnumbered and doesn't have that, but yeah, with that, I mean, it adds a little bit of flavor, I guess. That one's kind of a subtle E, and then that one is more for that E reader. I'm actually going to put this one, I'm actually going to put that one in the D tier. I'm just not feeling that one very much. Like, I'd much rather just take that one over that one, if you know what I'm saying. Next up, we have what looks to be the Diamond and Pearl era, which this one is kind of cool. This one feels like I'm inside a type of chamber or something. They really, like these, you can see like it's like studio lights or something, and then, you know, kind of a wispy thing coming down. This one has the wispy, but then it's just like in a massive chamber, which I actually like that more than the previous one. So I'm going to put this one in the C tier. So I know it's just grading a bunch of grass energies. They probably all look the same to you, but I thought this would be kind of fun. Now this one, it's going to be kind of tough to beat these ones, but you have the Call of Legends ones from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. These are just legendary because they always have like Pokemon in the background. They actually have like design and like art to them. I mean, these are all art as well, but this one has like distinguishable art. And this one's cool. The grass isn't the most popular. There's a lot of much cooler ones like the Umbreon with dark energy and Steelix with metal energy. There's a bunch of really cool ones out there. Sorry, I was stumbling over my words. This one is going to be tough to beat. I'm actually going to put this one in the A tier. that is just a clean energy card. And then the little, you know, the border looking a little bit worn, I love that too. All right, now we're getting into, I guess this is the Platinum era. I don't know, this is weird. This is a weird time. This one is even more plain. It looks very similar to that, but then has the border of that, but then no E series. It's D. It's D all the way. Now we're getting into black and white, really shaking up. Besides the Heart Gold Soul Surface, this was really shaking up the formula row. You got like the little, look at that. It's weird, like a little checkerboard, mini checkerboard. You still got the lights, still got the wispy, but the energy symbol itself looks a little bit more modern. See that? Those are all kind of bigger, and then this one's a little bit smaller, almost reminiscent of the Sword and Shield base ones. Well, I guess those would be reminiscent of it, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on these. I'm actually going to put these in the C tier. I do like them because they're unique, but they're not my favorite type of uniqueness, you know? I think the Diamond and Pearl ones are slightly better. Then we get into XY base, which is more of the same old boring. Like this one, they went back to the old school energy symbol, as you can see. Same wispy, spotlights in the background. I think the smaller grass energy like that just looks cooler. Like it looks like something you can hold in your hand. This is just kind of bland to me. I don't know. I'm going to stick this one in the D tier, actually. Whew. Now, this one might be a controversial one. We have the Generations one. So this one has stripes. You know, like an Animal Crossing character or Steve from Blue's Clues or something? Like, that's immediately what this reminds me of. I do appreciate the Generations being unique. And then I guess the stripes also kind of mimic the set symbol that you can see in the bottom right there. I'm sure that says something, but yeah. Maybe 20th anniversary, I don't know. But this one is okay. I guess I like it more than the black and white, but I don't think it's good enough for B tier. So I'm actually gonna move these, and then I'm gonna put that one right there in the far left. So I think that one's slightly better. And then this one's kind of lame. It's just a reprint, X and Y. I almost feel like I should lump these together because I know I didn't include like Gym Heroes and Team Rock. There's like a whole bunch. They all look the same. They just have a different set symbol. But the XY evolutions, I mean, as far as comparison goes, shoot, sorry, my shadow's getting in the way. Oh, it's still getting in the way. I mean, it looks pretty much the same. The spotlights aren't as strong. You still got the thick energy, but it's not quite as thick as the original. Maybe that's just me seeing things. I don't know. I guess I kind of have to put it in the B tier because, yeah, it's not as good as the original because it's not the original. But, all right. This might be a hot take, but Sun and Moon base, the first one, I love the feel of this. It feels like the grass energy is just resting on the earth, like you're in an RPG or something, and you just have to grab the orb from the earth. I just love everything about these energies. There's texture with no texture. I'm actually going to put this in the A. Actually, yeah, I know that's probably going to blow people's minds, but that, spoiler alert, that is actually my favorite basic energy of all time. Of course, I have to, like, that is just so amazing, but that is my favorite basic energy of all time. Sun and Moon base, I love it. Let me know what you think. Next up, we have the second half of Sun and Moon. This one is, you know what, I gotta give them props. Doing a little, you know, around the Ultra Beast time and all that stuff. Going different, and you know what, I gotta respect it. I actually, this is tough. I don't like it more. I think it is within the C tier, but it's actually better. Ooh, man, see, the C has all the unique ones. I don't know how this one ranks among uniqueness. And I'm honestly rethinking, okay, I'm gonna do some crazy maneuver. I'm gonna move these. This, I actually really like the Diamond and Pearl one more than these, and then that one's gonna go in the middle. So, yeah, that was advanced. That was advanced right there, I know. I'm sorry for that complication. Next up, we have the basic Sword and Shield base. So why I appreciate this one is because it is so basic, and then they kind of, you know, it's almost like a fire coming off of it, or a flame or something. That is kind of cool. When they first came out, I'm like, wow, that is a clean, slick, you know, minimalist look to an energy card. And I really appreciated it at the time, but when they, I guess because I started playing, I would see these so frequently that it kind of loses the wonder. It's like you hear a hit song on the radio and then you hear it 1,000 times and you're like, actually, I don't like that song that much anymore. And it's kind of with this energy card, which I kind of feel bad because I feel like the same thing would have happened with these other energy cards if I was around them a lot more. But D tier, but the best of the D tier. So there's Sword and Shield base. And then, oh man, I was so excited when Brilliant Stars was coming out with this is the second half of Sword and Shield. Or I guess technically like the the last third, but yeah, whatever. This, I was so excited when a new energy card was coming out, and then the luster really stopped on me. I'm actually going to put this one in the F tier. I know, very hurtful, you know, Brilliant Stars, and, you know, the later half doesn't deserve that, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And we do have the most recent. So it has fresh, has a little bit of that recency bias, all that stuff. But I think it's a clean design. I really like that it's back to number. I'm a huge fan of numbered energies because then it feels like it's part of a set, and then I can create the master set and all that's because I'm a master set collector. And it was really nice for them to bring that back. And yeah, I like the little energy hit there. I mean, they all have their energy hits in their respective places, but you know, it says specifically like basic grass energy, grass. I mean, basic energy. There's a lot of redundancy, but it's with good reason, you know, if you're looking through stuff. And this one, I do really like this one. I'm actually, man, the C tier is just getting overextended. There we go. That is my final tier list. So no S tiers with the non-holos, which I guess is kind of expected, but here it is. Let me know what you think of the non-holos. We are going to move into the reverse holos, which should be slightly quicker, and then the secret rares will be really fast. So I'll catch you in a bit. All right, so I kind of lied. This section will actually have one more card than the previous section, but I am going to go much faster. I realized I was rambling a lot in the first portion, but I mean, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with the basic energies because a lot of these will see the same designs. It's just different holo patterns. So first off, we have a really strong the original energy card, but in that reverse holo form, or I guess just full holo form, which is really awesome. I believe these were play promos and they like came in packages and stuff like that, but these are freaking wicked. Easy A, so beautiful. Got the reverse holo EX Ruby and Sapphire. I do just love that flat holo. It's just a clean look. It really is, but I can't, I know what's to come and I just can't give it higher than a C. That is a clean look though. This one trips me out. This is also from the EX Ruby. I know there's a bunch of really cool energies in the EX Ruby and Sapphire, and I know technically based on their numbering, they're not secret rares, but I'm gonna include them in the secret rare section. This one is weird. Like it looks like a holo pattern that was like started and then stopped. Like it almost looks like a lightning storm, like clouds or something. Because of how unique it is, like I think it's decent, but I personally do think it's kind of ugly. So it'll go in the C tier after that one. We have, so I do really like this basic energy, and I think that's just a clean holo right there. Yeah, I think it goes really good with that little chamber back there. So I'm gonna actually move this one up in the C tier. We have, I guess the C is just like my comfort zone. I don't know. This right here, this crosshatch holo on any card, it's on a lot of play stuff, a lot of play promos and everything like that, or play variants. This is by far my favorite. I know people talk about Cosmos and they talk about all this stuff, and the Japanese do some crazy things with their cards, which is awesome. But this is just my favorite kind of. I know this is very popular in Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, but I love this so much, and just because of the pattern, I'm gonna put it in the B. And there's gonna be like no particular, like some of them might say play or Pokemon League promos or whatever. I'm not gonna show off all those. There are a ton of variants, but I'm just gonna try to get one of each type of card. So got the reverse holo of the Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's just clean. I don't think the regular holo on this one looks that good though, so I'm actually gonna put it in the B. But my favorite holo type with one of the best cards of all time, it is an easy S in the Hype Beast tier. Let's go. This one, very lackluster. I'm so sorry, D tier. This one, oh, okay. I'm actually kind of feeling that. Reminds me of like the lasers when Leon is trying to dodge them in Resident Evil. That's kind of cool. Still don't like the energy itself, but that holo pattern's better than the last one I just went over. Got the Generations one, which I actually really don't like this in holo form. That's gonna go in the F. It's unique, but I'm just really not feeling that. The XY Evolutions one is just so classic. Once again, I love the flat holos. They just look clean, the flat reverse holos. That one is gonna go in the B tier. We have, I know this is my favorite basic energy, but that holo just, I'm not feeling it. It takes away from that earthly, beginning of an RPG feel. So it's actually gonna go at the bottom of the D tier. We have this one, which is a little bit better. It is a little bit better. So I'm actually gonna put this one above these three in the D tier. And we have, okay, because of how simplistic this is, I do think the reverse holo in this one does look really good. I don't think it outclasses any of these, so I'm going to put that one in the B, but at the bottom, so that's the order that it's going in. This is a little bit better. We're getting a little bit better, but still not that great. This is getting tougher. I guess better than the Generations one. F tier Brilliant Stars, I'm sorry. And okay, Crown Zenith threw a change up at us because this one, with that texture, that leafy texture, that is so cool. Sorry, I blinded everybody, but I wanted to get that pattern in there. That is so cool. That alone is A tier worthy. Even though it's the Brilliant Stars base, I think it's clean. Not as good as that one, but this is my reverse holo energy ranking. There are more like there's different crosshatch ones, but I just wanted to get at least the base designs with different holo patterns. But yeah, let me know what your favorite was. If you know of a black and white, just plain reverse holo like this, please let me know, because I was looking on TCG Player, and then I swear there was a point where they were for sale, and then I checked again, and then none exist anymore. So if you know of a reverse black and white, just plain black and white, I know there was that one ugly one, I think right here, was kind of giving those vibes, but this one's EX Ruby and Sapphire era. Yeah, it's 2006, so there's no way. But yeah, that's reverse holo, and now we'll finally go to the secret rares. All right, and now for the final portion, the ranking of all of the secret rare energies. Now, once again, I know these aren't technically secret rares based on their number, but they're so different and so cool and holo that I figured, and they're like harder to pull, that I would include them in their own section. And I know there's other variants of secret rares that have the grass type here. I'm not including this in this portion. That's just going to be for the master set. So now we're starting off with EX Emerald. And this one is kind of cool. I like, it's like city feel, and or maybe like a circuit board or something. I don't know how to describe this, like city top-down view. It's pretty cool, but it's not one of my favorites. I'm actually going to put that one in the B tier. This one from, I think this is Power Keepers, or Holland Legends. Power Keepers, Holland Legends, yeah, I'll put that down below. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. This one, once again, I always appreciate when people, you know, go out on a limb and experiment a little bit, but this one is not my favorite. I'm going to be honest. That one's going into the, actually, D tier on that one. Now this one, this is Power Keepers. That might be Holland Legends? Oh, jeez. This one's definitely Power Keepers, though. I know for a fact. This one's cool. I do appreciate the flat holo more. But surprisingly, I was complaining about the EX Emerald, but that one's actually starting to shine. So, put that here. And then now we have the first secret rare energy to come out in Guardians Rising in the Sun and Moon era. This one is just a clean card. Like, look at that. If I had to stack my deck and I was playing a grass deck, this would be the energy card that I would use. This is S tier. Let's go. We got the Brilliant Stars variant, really shiny, really nice and neat, very cool, but not as good as Sun and Moon. And then we have the most recent one that came out, which I'm actually not, I actually appreciate the Sun and Moon and the Sword and Shield one better. This one I'm not a huge fan of. Wait a second. All right, I apologize for that break. I had a mini freak out because I thought I was missing secret rare energy, but there's one in Sun and Moon that came out, one in Sword and Shield, and then this one just came out in the the Generation 9 Scarlet and Violet era. This one, I'm just not, I appreciate these ones more than this one. So this one's actually going to go in the B tier under EX Emerald. So EX Emerald is my favorite from that EX, like reverse holo special pull set, but my favorite secret rare of all time is the Sun and Moon secret rare grass energy from Guardians Rising. Favorite non-holo is the Sun and Moon regular, and then my favorite reverse holo is the Call of Legends cross stitch crosshatch holo. So let me know what your favorites are down below. I'm really curious. I know there's special energies and other like variants of energies and all that stuff, but I just wanted to do one basic energy. I chose grass because grass is my favorite. I always choose the grass starter in every single game on my first playthrough. If I play through it again, I'll choose different starters. But that is this full video. Of course, you know, reverse holo and probably more cool energies will be coming out in the future, but look forward to my full master set of grass energies. I know this was like a lot of me rambling and everything, but I kind of wanted this to be like a little bit of discussion, a little bit of fun. Never really done a tier list like this, even though it was very rudimentary, but thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite is down below. I'll catch you on the next one.